Yeah, I was a machine gun unit leader, and normally I had 16 machine gunners from weapons company assigned to me. And as we moved up to the front lines, I would sometimes take charge of some of the the infantry machine gunners. And if I went out on an outpost, I was normally in charge of all the automatic weapons.
Okay, so you're more like a section leader.
Section leader.
Today's
yeah, well, it would be 2 sections, sometimes 3, but we would go up 30 days at a time. The company would have a certain area of the front lines they were in charge of, and might have 1 or 2 outposts, and then they had various patrols at night that we would go out on, and depending on what the patrol was going to do, we might take 1 gun with us, or we might take 2 or 3. And that was what we did for 30 days, and then we'd rotate back off for 10, and normally go back up for another 30.
So what was Korea like for you then back then?
Korea, I arrived in Korea at night in Incheon. I got off the troop ship, went up to Ashkelon City, and slept for a couple hours, and then they trucked us up to the front lines. That was in this early December '52, and I never came south of the Imjim River until Memorial Day '53, and that was for 4 hours. Seoul didn't. I mean, in 4 hours, you don't see a heck of a lot. And then right back up to the front lines, and that was it. And that was, I never saw anything of South Korea except the MLRs.
So what brought you back to Korea after the war?
Marine House USA, I belong to the organization. Chairman Park, who runs that organization, called and asked me if I would want to return, and I said sure, short trip back, and absolutely stunned by what I saw. It made you appreciate what you did. That's about it. I'm really thankful that Korea could do what it did. As far as build up the cities, and just amazing people.
And what do you think? What do you think now? What do you think that it was worth it?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, it was a large sacrifice, but when you see what's here compared to what's 40, 50 miles from here, it was well worth it. I had the opportunity to go to Europe in 1951 as part of a Marine battalion in the Med Cruise. And we stopped in 11 countries that the Allied forces had bailed out from Nazism or whatever you want to call it. And those people did not appreciate one bit what the American forces did in those countries. Then to come over here and fight for this one, and then it's worth it.